Hey guys, I'm Chef Mark, and today we're going to make for you a nice roast with a au jus to go along with it. For me, I'm going with this sirloin roast here. There's several options. I might do a top round roast or a beef tenderloin, but I love the flavor of a sirloin, and the fact that this is in a roast form, a little bit taller than that, makes it a lot nice for slicing and putting some flavor into it. All right, let's grab a roll for our sandwiches here. So we're gonna go with this Kimmelwick roll, and if you can see, it's caraway and salt on the top. Loosely translated in certain parts of Germany, Kimmelwick means caraway roll. So these will be perfect. Made popular in Western New York, beef on wick sandwiches, we love them. The last thing we need to grab for our dish here is gonna be something to season it with. We're gonna use cracked pepper blend here, along with garlic on the inside of this. We're gonna use rosemary, some other garlic, basting on the outside. It's gonna be delicious. Let's go put this thing together. All right, a couple steps to this one, and we'll be on our way to beef perfection here. So it's real easy to do. With this one, I'm gonna start to make our au jus at the bottom. So I put some large mirepoix at the bottom. So it's carrots, onion, celery, and then we're gonna put some of our olive oil on there. What this is gonna do is as that beef roasts, the olive oil is gonna keep that thing from drying out, so we won't burn our mirepoix down at the bottom. So that'll stay nice and moist. It's also gonna give us a little bit of a bed down at the base of the roast. So when I put that on there, all those beef juices are gonna flavor that, and we'll make our sauce later. So now our beef. I'm gonna make 6 holes with a paring knife, and we're gonna put some garlic and the rosemary on there. So all you gotta do is find your spots, and I've got half a clove of garlic going each one of those holes. Okay, rosemary goes in. We're going to season it with our cracked pepper blend. Put that on there. This goes on, basting oil. And what I want you to do is get in there with your hands, and you're going to move this all around. Don't be afraid of it. Move it all around. Get it nice and coated. Adds basting oil, adds some flavor, some of that parsley and some of that dried thyme in there. Our garlic oil. This goes on top of the mirepoix, just like that. It's gonna go into a 450-degree oven. 15 minutes is all I want you to do first. That'll give it an initial sear, some browning on the outside, some good flavor. Back it down to 350 for the rest of the time. You're gonna cook it about 20 minutes a pound. Will be about medium rare for us. Let me clean this up, and I'm gonna go in the oven. So my roast is done. I temped it over there. To me, perfect medium rare. I'm gonna pull it out of the oven at about 128. That gives it enough chance to rise. 135 or so is gonna be a good medium rare for finishing. So to finish this thing and make our sauce, we're gonna take our roast and lift it up. Let's take some of those vegetables off the bottom. I'm gonna place it on my cutting board, and we're gonna let that rest. About 20 minutes or so is gonna be good to allow that meat to relax and those juices redistribute back through the inside. So nice and pink all the way through. Then I take my pan and I look at the mirepoix down at the bottom, decide whether there's too much fat on the bottom. For me, this is pretty good. So I'm gonna take a quart of our beef culinary stock, place that all the way in, and let's turn up our heat. I'm gonna cook this. I'm gonna scrape the bottom to get all those little brown bits off the bottom, just like Grandma did to make that nice au jus off the bottom there. So scrape this. We're gonna cook this. That's gonna rest. I'm gonna let this reduce by half to concentrate the flavor of this vegetable and all the juices that were inside. So the meat's thoroughly rested. That'll be sliced in a second, but now I just need to strain off this liquid here. Could you give me a hand here for a second? All right, perfect. So we're gonna strain this off. Got our juices. Take off all of our solids. Thank you very much, nice job. Okay, then we're gonna serve that with our beef here. So I'm gonna take little slices off of this, nice and thin. Make sure that you're moving the knife back and forth. Get really nice thin slices off of this. Starts to fold up a little bit, really gorgeous. If you happen to get the slice of the big piece of garlic or the rosemary, you win, lucky you. And then we're gonna go right on top of a Kimmelwick roll. Really flavorful. Perfect to go along with that Kimmelwick roll is gonna be our au jus. For me, I like to take that and dip a little bit on the top, as well as spoon a little bit over the top of the meat, and you are one happy camper.